later on as well on our SoundCloud and YouTube as well. We'll have video reaction here from Missouri Valley Conference Media Day for the MVC Tip Off. Brenton Scott is next up on the program. You heard B. Scott coming back from break. You'll see that in our 19 Sycamores in 19 Day series. More B. Scott. But B. Scott, your senior year, man, this is actually a norm for you. I think it's your third time coming to St. Louis here for the preseason tip-off. I'm sure this is always kind of a fun time for you because you know especially that it's finally for basketball time. You no longer have to answer questions from guys like me. You can actually start playing games here rather shortly.
Yeah, coming here to St. Louis for Media Day, you get to see, some of the other guys around the conference and some of the coaches. And, it's always a good feeling, to be picked on the first team. It's humbling, and I just want to continue to work hard. And, our team is, still getting prepared and still getting ready for, our upcoming season, and it's coming pretty soon.
What's been the biggest thing you've seen from this group? You work with them each and every day that you really like about this team and that's really started to come to fruition with so much practice time over the past 3 weeks?
The biggest thing I like with this team is our competitive nature and our chemistry. I think in years past, we've been competitive, but the chemistry hasn't always been the best. But this year, with those new faces that we've added and, with the returning guys that we have, we made it an emphasis that, our chemistry is going to be better and we're going to compete every day in practice and we're going to just get better every single day.
How much onus have you taken heading into this year knowing it's your last time around? And I don't want to say that in past years that you felt because I talked to you a year ago at this time in this very same spot, actually. And I know you were motivated and wanted last year to be the best year that it could possibly be. What is it, though, when you know your clock is ticking down and you know you only have one season left and how that's made a major impact on you to make you know that, you know what, maybe I wouldn't have stepped up in this way in the past, but I know this is my last go-around. I'm going to make sure that this one counts.
Yeah, in years past, I've kind of took, the backseat to the leadership, to the seniors and to some of the older guys. And I got to see, some of the things that worked and some of the things that didn't work. And, when you become a senior, you start noticing that, time is limited and you want to make the most of every single day. And for me, I understand that, and I just want to, help my teammates continue to get better. And I want everybody to have a great year. And for me, I just want to get better every day and make the most of every day and then just enjoy it as much as possible and have fun.
I think one thing about you, once again, Brenton Scott joins me here at the MVC Tip Off here in St. Louis here on GoSycamores.com, is when you kind of get away from the floor, you're kind of a quiet guy, a calm guy. Mm-hmm. But when you get out on that floor, and I've really noticed it in practice, again, it's my first year really being around you guys from a behind-the-scenes type look, but man, you at practice, always vocal, always getting the guys, talking on defense, encouraging guys. Even when you're not necessarily on the floor, you're on the sideline, you're still cheering them on, telling them where to be when they may not know where to be. Where do you feel you've improved the most from that aspect, B. Scott? And maybe we're off the floor. Of course, don't hang out with you all the time, so I don't know exactly. You probably could be a really more loud vocal guy than you are, but you just seem like a quiet demeanor where I know sometimes it can be a difficult thing to flip that switch when you step out onto the floor.
Yeah, that's just something I just had to learn, and my coaches have helped me, my teammates helped me over the years, and when I'm away from the floor, I'm still the same guy. I still, like to have a good time and joke around with my teammates, but when it's basketball time, I'm about winning, and I try to, motivate my teammates with being vocal and trying to, help them, and help them be successful as well. So that's the main thing for me is just to help my teammates get better, and that's why I am so vocal and that's why I am so motivated. And I just want to, want my teammates to, feel the same way so we can make the most of this year.
Yet they'll ask any of the opposing coaches yet that we've seen here today this question, but knowing that Wichita is gone and out of the league, what does that do from you as a player that has been in this league for so long? I know you really enjoyed that challenge because you were going to go up against a team that was more than likely at the time, not just at the top of our league, but a top 10, top 15 program nationally. But to now know that they are gone and that kind of really makes it so much unknown heading into this year that someone's got to step up and kind of grab that banner and take it and carry it. How much do you guys internally in Terre Haute feel we can be that team that can take that banner and really start to carry this league moving forward?
Well, with the preseason preseason polls, Missouri State is the favorite, and I can see why, and they have a good team there, and every team feels like they have a good chance to, win a championship now that Wichita's gone, and I'm gonna miss those guys, playing against those guys because they were good competition, and but for us here in Terre Haute, we believe in our team, we believe in each other, and we really feel that we can come out there this year and have something to prove, and we just want to show everybody that that last year is last year, and this year is going to be a totally different year, opposite year for us, and we just want to come out there and just have fun and come out there and win.
I got to tell you, man, one of the biggest improvements, we talked about your improvements, but how much better has Jordan Barnes gotten in a year from where because you obviously see the up close. I'm close. I'm on the sideline, but you see it on the floor. Where's he made the biggest growth?
Well, for Jordan Barnes, when he first got there to Indiana State, I saw the skill. I saw the potential in him as a basketball player, and I knew he was going to be a great basketball player for Indiana State. And Jordan Barnes is a really good player, and he's made a lot of improvements in a lot of different areas. He's a really good shooter. He can come off ball screens really well, reads defenses, really good passer. He's tenacious on defense. So, I think a lot of people are going to be surprised by how good Jordan Barnes is.
Some of those newcomers, I know everybody has looked at that freshman class coming in. They mentioned guys such as Tyreek, Clayton Hughes, and his athleticism. But looking at some of those older guys, such as a Devin Thomas, such as a Kedar Davis, where have those guys made such a major impact, or where I think those are going to be names that Sycamore fans are going to know really, really soon?
Well, last year we were missing a lot of different pieces that we could have improved in, as far as the four-man, as far as having a good defensive stopper, having good a good bench to come in and score and kind of carry that load off of the first team a little bit, and we have that this year with Tyreek Key. He's going to be a really good player for us. He's going to be a standout. I think Clayton Hughes is going to be a standout for us. He's, really athletic. And Kedar Davis, with his senior leadership and with his experience, I think he's going to be a really good player for us on both ends of the floor. And I'm excited to see how well these guys play. And I just want the best for them, and I just want those guys to have a really good season.
I know they've been able to mesh in those newcomers coming in, but also you guys as a senior class, DeMonte, even though I don't think many people may notice Tay as a big threat, it seems like he has really stepped up his game from a standpoint and improved in so many aspects. And, of course, Big Murph being able to slim down and being able to be in a more competitive spot. From your senior counterparts, where have those two really kind of been right there with you in setting the tone? And yes, I know everybody looks at you, and deservedly so, being on the preseason team, but knowing you got two other senior counterparts who have equally been putting in that work and trying to make this year count for them as well.
Those guys work really hard, and I'm proud of those guys, for working as hard as they do. And I know Brandon Murphy, we kind of give him a hard time sometimes with, the diet part of the, basketball life. But he's really worked hard, and he's really been determined to be the best that he can be for his senior year and for our team. And DeMonte, we've always believed in DeMonte. We know DeMonte can shoot the basketball, and he works on it every day. So we're not surprised with how hard they work. We just want those guys to go out there and prove it when it's time.
I got to tell you, B. Scott, I had no idea about that skill set for DeMonte until I interviewed him for the Sycamores in 19 days. What do you think of his impersonations that he can do of cartoon? I mean, it's unfreaking believable. I mean, it is unbelievable. And Sycamore fans will get a look at it. We got him doing a couple impersonations, but I mean, it's hilarious. In one word. Yeah.
DeMonte is a really funny guy. He can, impersonate a lot of different cartoons and different movies. If you talk to him, he knows about every movie, that, if somebody brings it up, he knows it. So, he's a really good person, really good guy. So, I think, the fans are going to really enjoy DeMonte and the other players this year.
What's going to be the key for this team, Brenton? And when you guys, at the end of the day, what do you think is going to be the separating factor of this team being able to surpass expectations and being able to take them to a know where internally in that locker room you guys know they can go?
I think our leadership and chemistry and competitiveness. I think those three things, we didn't have a lot of it in every single game last year, and I think we're going to be more consistent with those three things this year, and I think that'll be the biggest key for us to have a more successful year.
I know I've already asked you about having the chance to play Indiana to start off the year and having that chance to go up against a Big Ten team. Now you add Purdue. Even though I know it's only an exhibition game, just that moment, what it's going to be like for you guys on Saturday at Mackey Arena to go up against a top 25 team.
I think it's a great thing that the coaches come together for a good cause to, for us to play each other and have a game. And I think we're excited. We're ready, and I think it's a big week for us to prepare. We know they're a good team, and we're going to go in there and try to compete and try to win. That's just how we are. We want to compete and we want to win, and we want to show how good of a team we are. So no disrespect to Purdue, but we want to come out there and win.
I know Jordan Barnes was modest about saying he wasn't working on his dunk routine for March on Madness tomorrow night, but I know you're definitely working on your dunk routine for March on Madness tomorrow, aren't you?
Yeah, I want to show everybody that I can go between the legs. I want everybody to see I can go between the legs.
We'll have video coverage of that as well on GoSycamores.com. B. Scott, man, it's always a pleasure, buddy, and let's have a great year.
Yes, sir.
Once again, that was B. Scott, Brenton Scott here on GoSycamores.com. We're going to take another break. When we come back, we have